Marrow, I see what you're trying to do. He's powdering his nose. His attention span is out of goldfish. He's about to hang. You might as well bring him back.
Look, I brought the rope.
Well, that'll come later. At least stick around for the open argument.
Well, what if we don't want to argue?
Too bad. This pirate that is brought before you led a crew of wretched savages, both men and women together, captured a brig filled with innocent hostages, killed several of the men who stood in their way, standing in defense of their women. They kept the survivors as hostages, taking them as pirates to the west coast of Africa near Cape Coast Castle, where they continued their piracies, murdering, stealing, robbing. I will take your tongue out, sir.
I just need something.
They fell on their sword. Now, what I will tell you is that as audience members today as jurymen, it shall be upon you to decide if we shall, as Carolinians, allow these ravaging beasts to continue to plague off our coasts, or if we will bring them the king's justice as we have been so commanded. I rest my introductory argument to her.
The clerk calls forth Mrs. Virginia Manigault. You shall true answer, make to all such questions, as shall be demanded of you concerning the piracy and robbery and committed by Captain Marrow and his crew. You shall speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I will. That makes one of us.
Mrs. Manigault, I am quite sorry for your predicament. Would you please tell the court what it was you experienced in the battle and what happened?
I recall the attack. Pirates attacked the ship with the traveling woman. My husband William and I were traveling together, returning from settling his accounts in England, that we might start our new life in America. My William stood upon the deck with our crew to help in repelling the pirates and stop the pirates, cut him down mercilessly. He laughed as he did it. Laughed. We were taken prisoner for a fortnight or more until one hopeful morning. Sunrise illuminated the King ship Scarborough, and we were rescued. I'm thankful to be alive, but I'm sorry. Poor William, run!
What a dreadful tale. And to think that these men dared to declare their innocence.
Well, we are innocent. Clearly, her emotions have clouded her judgment. How is it that you saw me that day out there on the ship? And why were you out there in the midst of battle and not safely below deck? Like the rest of them.
I saw you as I was running below deck to take cover. I could never forget the butchers that cut down my poor William. Their faces are etched in your mind.
But surely you would marry like a gentleman is escorted you here today.
It's irrelevant.
Yes, well, Carolina is a lady not to be wed. I am married a fine, handsome gentleman. I need protection.
I'm sure he protects you well enough. I'm sure you married him before you
Enough.
for money.
All right, sir. I agree with you, sir. Take a seat. They will hang soon enough.
There will be no more of this. No more of this. Nothing but silence.
Silence.
Power. Your damn pirate friends. I shall hold you to justice court back to the pillar. Mr. Mr.
Guards, you're good. Bayonet the next one that opens their mouth.
The clerk calls forth Mr. James McCoy. Mr. McCoy, you shall true answers make to all such questions as shall be demanded of you concerning the piracy and robbery committed by Marrow and his crew. You shall speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I will.
Mr. McCoy, thank you for being here today. What remember you of the battle?
Well, I was the ship's carpenter. And when those pirates took over, we fought as hard as we could. It was all in vain.
Yet we
They defeated us.
They took us prisoner, and they took us across the sea.
Now,
Agreed by HMS Scarborough. I was going back to my cottage on the north side of town. So then take the powder magazine and raise that flag.
this
over-
one, this rag,
That rag.
poorly constructed rag. What are you looking at? You'll get drowned in blood if you so is, sir. Sir, be sure to wash your hands.
I've got the guy stepping his heart on it.
Now, what I will tell you, sir, is that your testimony is quite useful and it is quite appreciated. You may retire, sir. Thank you, sir. Prisoners, the next person to hang will be put in the news before we even try.
I'm not hanging that
Indeed.
fire.
Get out back, sir. Pirates bring witches with them, as is known. We're not working great. Sounds familiar. Wait, repeat that one, Captain. Annette Bono. Evan?
And then Bono?
Now, it wasn't an N, it was an AM.
Oh.
And Bono.
And Bono.
And Bono, will you please step forward?
Pretty loud.
And Bono. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
She has left us with an entire trail of paperwork claiming that her husband and her brother and all of these men in her life are innocent. I have my doubts. Miss Bardo, proceed with your testimony.
I am the accused Piracy.
And why on earth should that matter to us?
I can only attest to my brother's good character. He is a godly and honest man.
Tell them why it would be impossible for me and my crew
You should
to
have been
have
there on
on
that
that
day.
certificate.
I have the letter here. It is not possible for him to be fired at that time. I have a letter here from Ethiopia. He was trading in Virginia for tobacco.
Virginia, more than a novelist. You provided us far too much paperwork. What is this trash?
You call me a liar.
Yes, I'm calling you a liar. I would say much more if we were not in polite company. Gentlemen of the jury, you may take your seat. Gentlemen of the jury, she's provided us with forged paperwork. I can tell because I know this hand. This is the hand of one Mr. Reed. I have seen this hand many a time in many a bribery case that we've tried in our provincial court here. And you expect me to think this is from an illiterate pirate savage. Well, madam, you can take this paper and use it for kindling if you so wish. Yes, sir, he can't write, he's a shepherd. We keep it right before, that's the point. Think, lad, think.
Uncle Bear's not a forger, we're taking for that.
Well, it looks like there's no one else who will speak on behalf of these pirates. Oh, of course, Mr. Reed. How convenient for you to be here, sir.
I think it would be not for these men and women who show their rights.
It should be fair, we do need a lawyer.
Your Honor, this is a man who is known to trade with pirates for these last 30 years on his plantations in Goose Creek and John's Island. I object to his being here as a witness on defense of these pirates, sir. Thank you for proceeding.
Sir, she's trying to get me later.
All right, this is entirely irregular. Mr. Reed, speak quickly, for my patience runs thin. Okay, silence. Silence.
He's right, he did never ask questions, I like that.
So you mean to tell me you don't inquire about the nature of the people who visit your plantation, sir? You just let anybody into your house to trade?
I think you'll find in rural areas quite a few people fleeing and malaria fever and other diseases.
Master Reed is a
This is a
Take light by these loudmouth words as well, please.
We don't have enough. All right.
To the hall. We shall proceed with the respect His Majesty's court is due.
Pardon, gentlemen of the jury. prisoner at the bar stands, they stand united with the Lithuanian piracy and murder of most foul. The evidence is clear before my eyes, it should be before yours. I shall leave the verdict upon your consideration. The only evidence they have had at this point is justification.
And interruptions as well.
The testimonies of witnesses are considerable. So if you think the pirates standing before you are guilty, raise your hands now.
If you believe them to be guilty, raise your hands.
Not guilty.
Move by the board. Raise your hands.
Are you all quick? Get back in the seat.
Okay. Court be silent. The jury finds you choose not guilty.
Do we know any witches here? I know the ones sitting in the front row. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking part in today's jury process and our trial. We hope you enjoyed yourselves.
They're working on it.
Yay! We're leaving the old dungeon.
Leaving the dungeon.